Welcome to the We Are United channel and welcome to the We Are United Sports News, where we give you all the latest news on Manchester United, both news concerning the transfer window, news concerning Man United, and everything Man United, what's going on around Man United, any updates on any player or anything, the situation of the club. We bring them here to you. And look, if you are new to this channel, make sure you subscribe to this channel, like hit this subscribe button and like this video so that it can reach more Man United fans. And also you want to turn on the bell notification so that whenever I drop a new content, you'll be the #1 person to know about it, right? So that you don't have to come checking my channel and know when I drop. Just set your notification and immediately I drop, you can easily click on it and know what the update is, right? And just for today, there are big news, like big updates. Some you'll be shocked of and some you'll be like, okay, right? First of all, Ronaldo to Man City. There is news from credible sources that Man City are offering Ronaldo a 2-year contract of 15 million per season, 50 million euros per season to join Man City. And that's the first news on ground. Then the second news we're going to be talking about, Man United board incompetence, right? Then we're also going to be talking about how signings are really looking unlikely right now. And guess what? Today is the Champions League draw, so we'll witness who Man U is going to be facing in the Champions League. So let's get straight into the channel, the content for today. But make sure you subscribe now and let's get started. So the first news: Ronaldo to Manchester City. Look, I don't know what you feel about it. I don't know what I feel about it, but well, I'm really disappointed. Not in Ronaldo, because come on, I'm disappointed in Man U. Right? I'm disappointed in Man United because if we wanted to sign Ronaldo, we would have been able to sign him, but our board just prefers to and that's why I also named it the board incompetence, because our board just decides to, Glazers just decide to want to keep every money. They don't want to spend money, right? Yeah, they have bought Varane and Sancho, yeah, but Ronaldo is the kind of player that is on the market that you don't say no to. And imagine Ronaldo going to play for Man City. To be honest with you, I feel two ways about it, because from a Ronaldo point of view, it makes a lot of sense for him to go to Man City, because at Juventus he's struggling. When I mean he's struggling, he's still scoring a lot of goals. He was the best scorer in Serie A last season and he's still scoring a lot of goals. That's not the point. The point is he's stressing himself too much, because he has to actually come to the midfield to see how he can create chance for himself. And a Ronaldo at 36 isn't supposed to be doing that. As at now, he just supposed to be in the #9 position where he just gets chances created for him and he scores, right? And right now, Man City are like the team who can offer him that kind of opportunity, because they are in need of a striker and he can fit in that puzzle perfectly. But Man United were still struggling to get our midfield fixed. And when there is a bad midfield, how are you able to provide? Because first of all, we don't have midfielders that can pass the ball to Bruno. That's why you see that in some games, Bruno barely gets the ball. And if Bruno doesn't get the ball, how does your strikers want to get the ball? It all starts from the people sitting behind the defense, just at the front of the defense, right? If you are not able to pass the ball to your creative players, how will you get to the striker? It's a progress. You won't just pass from defense to the striking position. So that's actually the big issue right now. So Man doesn't even have that pivot. As you can see, Cavani, what Cavani does is that I really like Cavani, because what Cavani does is that he actually draws himself to the midfield to try and also create, right? To try and also create for himself. So he plays like a deep line forward for Man United. So he comes out, try to make the passes, they run forward to also receive a pass. That's exactly what he does. He doesn't just sit in the #9 position and wait for goals, because with Man United it's not going to really happen for you, right? But now I've gotten Sancho, we expect, okay, the crosses will be going in. But with players like Mason Greenwood and Rashford, those people, they are more of an inside winger, right? I think Mason Greenwood is a striker, but when he plays the wing, he's more of an inside winger. And an inside winger is someone who, when he holds the ball, he wants to drive inside and try to maybe score or make some kind of killer passes. But they are not originally wingers that would want to cross from the sidelines, that when they are with ball they want to cross and everything like that. They are not that type of players, right? So that's where the issue is. And there's nothing bad, but it's just that sometimes having two players like that, it's actually not it's not the best. It's not the best, to be honest with you. It's not the best, but well, with Sancho now, I believe everything will change, right? Concern that. So yeah, that's the news. Man City. But another thing is, Man City, they are not actually willing to pay Juventus any money, right? Because Juventus, they are demanding 30 million for Ronaldo to leave, like a 30 million fee. And Man City, they are not willing to pay any money. And I'm like, look, if Man City are able to come to an agreement, I don't even see why they cannot pay Ronaldo's 31 million salary, because 31 million for 2 seasons, that is just about 62 million, which is not a big deal for a player like Ronaldo. So we'll see to that, but it's just that Ronaldo is desperate to leave Juventus, because Juventus, they don't look like a team with a lot of future, right? They don't look like, now Allegri is back, probably they'll do well in the league again, because people keep saying it's Ronaldo's fault since he came. Juventus has regressed and everything like that. But how does that even make sense? How does that even make sense? The first season he played and they won the league and a couple of other trophies. The second season they signed Sarri. Sarri had no tactics, but they still won the league. The third season they signed Pirlo without a coaching degree. Man didn't sign Ole without a coaching degree. Ole was coaching Salzburg, where Haaland was playing. Even though he was still experienced, he did not just come straight into the team. Like, he didn't just come straight into the team, right? But they signed Pirlo, who wasn't ready for the job. Pirlo, they just hired him for the under 23 job in Juventus, and the next thing they just say, come and be our coach. He didn't even know how to set the tactics or how everything works, right? Juventus, they were just playing out of individual brilliance. Just if something can just happen, pass here, and it's a goal maybe, right? But there was no definite formation like you say, okay, this is how you want him to play. I actually thought Pirlo would do well, but it just made me understand that, look, being a good player doesn't mean you'll be a good coach, or you need experience, a different set of experience to be a good coach. Because you're a good player, it doesn't mean that you just start coaching and everything will be all right. Coaching is a different ball game entirely, right? So yeah, that's the update on. Look, it will be painful if Ronaldo goes to Man City, because imagine Ronaldo scoring and against us, and I don't blame him, because people are like loyalty, and I don't feel if Ronaldo goes to Man City, I won't fault him. And people are like, football has changed, the money and everything like that. No, football hasn't changed concerning that, because come to look at it, there are big players in the past who played for two different teams, right? Figo played for Real Madrid and Barca. Brazilian Ronaldo played for Real Madrid and Barcelona. Ashley played for Chelsea and Arsenal. Van Persie played for Man U and Arsenal. Tevez played for Man U and Man City. Those are bitter rivals. This has not been happening now. It didn't start now. It has been happening ever since. It's actually recently that it has actually reduced a lot. If not in the past, it happens a lot of the time. There are lots of players who played for biggest rivals. So, and Ronaldo's son is not like Ronaldo's son is different, because he did not just move from Man City to Man U to Man City. This is over 10 years later. 10 years later. So anybody try to fault Ronaldo, I'm like, what are you talking about? Like, what are you talking about? What the heck are you talking about? It's over 10 years ago. And Man U, look, Ronaldo wants to come back to Man U. Man U didn't want to sign him. So what is he going to do? Force himself into Man U and beg them to sign him? No. If Man U offered a contract, like Man U offered Ronaldo a contract as Man City is offering him a contract, do you think Ronaldo will go to Man City? You think about it. But we didn't offer him. I was expecting, and my fans should not be angry that Ronaldo is not coming to Man United, because we are not offering him that. And look, it's just so painful though, seeing him. Definitely, as a Man United fan, it's going to be painful. But well, if you are realistic with yourself, you know it is what it is, right? So that will be all for the Ronaldo to Man City news and the Man United board, how incompetent they are, right? I'm talking about how incompetent they are with this next news, which is signings are unlikely. Because look, first of all, look at Man City. What is Man City lacking? As a matter of fact, Man City in their defense, Man City have people like, they have Diaz, they have Stones, they have Laporte, they have Aki, I don't know how to pronounce it, right? Those are the people they have in their defense, and they want to still offload Laporte, right? They want to offload. Man City has good defense. Then when you talk about fullbacks, they have Cancelo and Walker in the right wing. They have this. They have Mandy and this Zenkovic, right? And Cancelo can also play that wing. When you go to midfield, they have Fernandinho in the defensive midfielder, and they have Rodri in the defensive midfielder, right? Two people there, right? Then they have Gundogan who can play the box to box position, or just a little bit higher than a box to box player. They also have brinng in that midfield. They have Bernardo Silva in that midfield. They have Foden who plays in the midfield sometimes too, especially now that Grealish has come, and they have Grealish too who can play in the midfield. As wingers, they have Mahrez, they have Sterling, they have Grealish who plays the wing too. And look, then for striking, they also have Gabriel Jesus who plays wing too. For striking, that's where they don't have someone. That's why they were trying to sign Kane, right? That's why they were trying to sign Kane, and that's why they want to sign Ronaldo now, to fill in the void. But Man United, who does Chelsea not have? Chelsea have defense, right? Chelsea has Kotzuma. Even though Kotzuma will probably leave Chelsea, they have Kotzuma, they have Thiago Silva, they have Rodiga, they have Christensen, they have Cesar Spilicueta, they have Shaloba in that defense, right? But guess what? They want to still sign Kunde, though, when if Zuma leaves, right? They want to sign an upgrade. They want to sell one and sign an upgrade. Who did they have in their midfield? They have Jorginho, they have Kante, they have Kovacic, right? They have Mason Mount. Right? Those are the people like. And what do they want to do? They want to also sign Sonny Gers. They have already put in a bid to sign Sonny Gers for more options in the midfield, because that's how you sustain a Champions League and that's how you fight for a Premier League, right? What was their biggest void? They didn't have a good finisher, Lukaku. That's like you see a team that has won and wants to continue winning. But Man United, who did they look? Very good. We got Varane and Sancho, which are very important. But we don't have the defensive midfielder. That is a big position. And guess what? Man, you're like, yeah, well, okay, was what we've done. We bought Varane, we bought Sancho. Yeah, but getting defensive midfielder to complete the puzzle. That's how it works. Don't just be like, yeah, we have done a lot. You have not done a lot. You haven't done a lot. Look, it's just so painful, right? It's just so painful. And look, I just have no words concerning how incompetent this body is. They are so selfish. And sign Ronaldo, you don't have to sign him, right? It's just so. I don't know. Look, I don't know. I'm just so confused right now, right? But it's all good. The next news on the line is Champions League draw. So Champions League draw is this evening. It's happening at Istanbul, Turkey, by 8 p.m. And definitely I'll be giving you the reaction of who are playing and who everyone is playing by 8 p.m. definitely. So you can come back to this channel by okay, let's just say by 9 p.m. because definitely it has to finish before I'll be able to give the news. But in order not to stress yourself, don't stress yourself trying to check my reaction. Just subscribe and turn up your bell notifications so that you definitely know when I come online, right? So you know when I post my video and everything like that, so that you can know, right? But the Champions League draw, we'll see what happens, right? But one team I would like us to draw is Villarreal. Come on, we need to pay them back, right? It's just that if you look at the past 6 meetings between Man and Villarreal, it has always been a draw, right? It has always been a goalless draw. When Alex Ferguson was still here, always a goalless draw. First leg, second leg, 0-0, 0-0, 0-0, 0-0. Villarreal has always been a bone on our throats or in our throats, right? But this one we drew 1-1, so it has always been a draw, always a tight challenge, right? So we'll see. We'll get the news to you by the time it's ready. So after the draw, and you definitely get the news. So that will be all for today's news, and I'll keep on updating you on any new updates and stuff like that. And I'll also be posting like a short clip if there are short clips of maybe updates, right? Because I will not be doing news along every moment of the day. But what I can do, I'll post short clip. If there's a new update, I can post like a 1 to 2 minutes video on the updates and everything like that, just to keep you posted on everything happening in Man United. Then in the evening, we do our show. In the morning, we bring you all the latest news together, talk in depth on them. Then in the evening, we also do the same, right? But along the day, we'll still post some clips and everything like that. And yeah, that'll be all for that in this video. And I hope, look, make sure you subscribe, turn on the bell notification, and like this video so that it reaches more Man United fan. And I appreciate you always coming back to this channel. I love you so much from the bottom of my heart, and I'll see you in the next one. Have a nice day. Bye.